Get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So now with the late touchdown, not only will they take the lead to the locker room, but they'll try and add 2 more here. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. RG3 outside of the pocket. You know that's where he can be really dangerous with the feet or here the arm.
And that scares defenses in a big way because his ability to break ranks and still make big throws, or as you suggested, take off and go, how do you defend that when he's on his game?
Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Griffin. He finds his man Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. There's Griffin to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Henry again on 2nd down. And a short gain down to about the 33.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down. Henry up the middle. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Running left, it's Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken a 4th quarter lead. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Griffin. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, Griffin. And check down complete to Hall. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's got some space here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Breece Hall, 37 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. Griffin will try and throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Inside handoff, Henry fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Griffin. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on fourth down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
The slot man in motion right. Now RG3. That's caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Griffin. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Throwing now is Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Griffin. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this, a little more pressure-packed for the win. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might tempt